Okay, V. Okay, V. Hey, everybody. I'm gonna learn how to edit one of these days, okay? Because I need to get it together. I don't know how to edit, so all my videos are raw videos with bloopers and everything. Because I don't know how to edit yet, and I'm gonna learn how to do that coming soon. Somebody's gonna teach me because I gotta get with the YouTubers. The YouTubers know what's up. But anyway, I want to talk about sanitation on a different level. So not just cleaning this, or like keeping the salon clean, keeping your trash cans empty. The important things, keeping the floor swept between customers. I want to talk about all that stuff because I'm telling you, cleanliness is the most important thing, and that is to protect you and your customers, keep everybody safe, and no, nothing crazy can creep up on you. Not to say that it can't, because it can, but is as long as you're staying on top of your cleanliness when it comes to your customers, your habits with your customers and all that stuff, then you cut your chances down of having incidents and problems tremendously. So I want to talk about what I do with everything that I keep, everything that I use for my customers, everything. I keep everything in baggies. So I keep wax in baggies. I keep my end papers for hair services in a baggie. Even though I got a dispenser, I don't like them to stay in the dispenser because I feel like they're open. I don't know, maybe that's just me being too clean or too put together, but I just feel like it's these are safe put away. So I'll put those up and away. So I'm gonna go through my wax bag is what I'm gonna show. I'm gonna do my wig bag and my wax bag so you guys can see what I mean by putting things up and putting things away. So I keep this is my spatulas, my sticks for the wax, and these are my strips. It's for eyes, so I didn't mind them being in the same bag. I ain't gonna get too baggy over here, but that's for my eyebrows, and these came, I'm funny about that too, I got this at the same time so they stay together, so that stays in there. And then I have this little kit. I won't open this kit. I bought this little kit from Sally's. I love Sally's, y'all know I love Sally's, but I saw this, it was on sale, so I bought it and I put it up because you never know when you're gonna need it. And then what made me get this is because a lot they're using these little cloth, like they're not cloth, they're not cotton either, but this, I don't know what this fabric is that they use, and it feel almost like paper, but it's like a tissue at the same time. They've been using this to wax people with. So this is what they had. I tried it, I bought it, I like it, it does work, it does remove the hair. I noticed that with that I had to pull away like 2 times, and in the center sometimes when people be really resistant through the middle, I had to use it 3 times just to get all those little stubby hairs or hairs that don't want to come out. I had to do it 3 times with one of those. But with these are the cloth, and they didn't have, but this last one, I said, people know this cloth is the real stuff. So I cut this cloth in like little strips because your eyes only so long. So I cut this cloth in these little bitty strips, and this is the truth. When you put that wax up there and you go in with this cloth, you press that cloth on there real nice and gentle and get a good little firm pinch on the end like that and rest, pull that thing, and when you go, I don't ever have to do it twice. I only do it once and that hair is gone, and it stay gone for a long time too. I noticed that when I use these cloths, I don't have, people aren't coming back to get little stubs, like a little piece here and a little piece there tweezered out. But with these, people are using tweezers, they doing, because they get little hair, I guess it's not pulling all the way out from the root or whatever, so they get those little sparks sooner than later when they should be getting them all about the same time. So I don't know, maybe hair grow faster or whatever, but eyebrows are, how eyebrows can be. So that's that. And then the only thing that's not in a baggie is like my little cans. I bought these cans, and then I have different wax. So this looks terrible. It's because of the wax, how it sticks to it. This is my favorite wax. I use this more than anything. And then I bought some of this natural, like, I think this was like, it's either hard natural wax, natural hard honey wax, or something like that. Honey, this letter on this jar is so tiny. You need a magnifying glass to read this, and I can see good. I don't even wear glasses, but you can see this writing, honey. I'm even close. You have to zoom in and actually read that. But this was okay. I didn't like this as much. It did okay. Like, let me see. It's not like the sugar, like how. Well, I don't know how to describe this. This is okay. This is supposed to be that wax where you can just, you spread it with the wax stick, and then you're supposed to be able to use the wax to pop off the hairs or whatever. I didn't like this when it came to that, because when I put it on and take it off, you know, you have to, you know, you use the stick to pull up that little tip so you can have somewhere to put your fingers to pull that wax off. Well, it always caught a little bit on the corners. People always complain that the corners hurt afterwards, because I guess that's where you gotta get your fingers under there, that you gotta lift a little bit to get under there. So I guess that makes it a little pinchy or whatever, and then you snatch it off so people remember that corner all the time. So even though when you take it off and you put your finger there to distract the pain, people will still complaining that that corner, you know, even after finishing the second brow, that corner was still sensitive. And then when doing this brow, this corner was sensitive. So I started going out a little bit further past the eyebrow so that I can get a good lip, and then did it. So it wasn't so bad, but people still, I mean, it hurts. It's wax. So I think that's what the problem is. It's just wax, and it's going to hurt when you pull them up. But yeah, so that is that. And then I just gotta, this is all just wax stuff. So I'm gonna put all this stuff back because we're done with this, showing this stuff. I'm gonna put this back because that way I don't have 1,000 things to clean up when I'm finished. And that's done. See, easy. 1, 2, 3, put away, all clean. Done. And then my other basket, my hair basket that I told you guys we was gonna go over. I keep this little basket because this is my leftover basket. This is the basket I use for, like, after I do a service. If a customer say, I'm gonna take the clips off here. If a customer say, yeah, I don't need the rest of that hair, you can keep it. This is what I do with that hair, because it's good hair, it's clean hair. It never got used, and that you never know. You might do a service and be like, "Ooh, I need a little piece more hair. Like, this is gonna be a little thin." You'll have backup. So I keep all this hair as backup hair. And my niece brought me a bunch of this hair too, because she didn't know what to do with all her leftover hair. So I told her, "You never get rid of hair, honey. You never know when you're gonna need to call up on a bundle or put together a bundle, or you run out of something and you underestimated how much hair you will need. You always have backup hair." So I got long hair. These are 3 different closure pieces in here that my niece didn't want. So I said, "Girl, you know what you can do with a closure? You keep it. You never get rid of closures." A lot of people like to do those new lace front closures, but these, it's fine. You can do a lace front closure. It's lace. You know, it's lace. It's just not lace front. You can't lay this on your forehead. But you can do, I was demonstrating in one of my videos how you can take these lace fronts, these little closure cap pieces, and if you turn them around, they actually make really good closure pieces for the front, for like quick, for sew-ins and stuff. So like, that's the front of the closure, and that's the part that nobody like, because that's the part that looks like a sew-in or a wig or a weave. But if you turn it around to this side, the butt side, as you can see, this hair lays way different than the hair that's on the other side. So I put this become the back of the head. You know how you get back here and you separate the hair anyway? So I put this in the back because it makes sense. This is the part that's in the top of the head like this, right? Okay, let me get real cute for y'all right quick. But you put that up there and you see what happens? See what happens with the back end of this? This hair, you can pull this hair any kind of way sorry, I ain't got no comb. This ain't attached to my head, so it's hard to demonstrate. But see how you can pull that hair any kind of way? So if you turn it around, flip it around, you can use this as a front piece, and it sews down. It's only about two by 3 maybe. So you cut, that's that part, everybody, your leave out section is about big as a leave out section. And so what I usually do is trim off these little edge pieces. Trim it off. Or if you think you can use this as a sew down, you can take this little edge and stick it under your side braid and attach it, make it one unit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't understand and you want me to demonstrate that, drop it in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to sew and do a sew in and show you guys what I mean by these closures. Like, don't get rid of these closures because they really come in handy. So you know how girls get that flip over like this, and all this is short, so people are always trying to figure out how to hide the track on this side. That's what you do with this. So you take this right here and you turn it around like I showed you. You trim this off, and when you trim this off and you sew it down, see how it lay? It lay right. I'm gonna hold this lace like this is the part we gonna sew down, right? So we're gonna sew this lace down, and then this is the comb over. So now you can pull this hair over however you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want it to go to the front, it can go to the front. You want it to go to the back, it can go to the back. You want it to lay like this, the back of the head. See how it lay over? You don't have to worry about all that track showing, because this is gonna be sewed down like this, and you got all this hair to hide that. See there? You can't see that it's, and then you don't have to worry about trying to you don't have to worry about trying to flip this over. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try to sew it down where you got to flip it over. You sew that down right there. You know what I'm saying? See there? That looks cute. And then you can get it flat. Take your pressing comb or your flat iron or your whatever you want to make that flat with. See there? You can get that flat, 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 and nobody will ever know. And you ain't got to worry about is the glue showing, is the track showing. That's what I'm saying. Don't play with these clothes. Don't throw these away. These are good, well-made, constructed pieces that you can use to do other things with. Like, you know how people want to wear their ponytail with a bang? So you turn it, instead of turning it up that way, you turn it sideways like this, right? So when you turn this out, listen, I got tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. I told y'all at the end of every video, I've been doing my little tricks and stuff, showing people what I'm telling you. I've been doing this 20 years plus. You hear me? I got tricks. You take this and you lay this like this. This go into the ponytail. This now become your bang. You feel me? You see there? And guess what? You can sew this down. Your customer ain't got to be glued down or nothing. You can sew this right down, and then she can wear this ponytail till kingdom come. You see what I'm saying? And like, let's say you want to take that got to be glue and you just want to mold her up. You can mold her up. She's still gonna be ready. You see there? She gonna still be ready. Look at that scalp. See there? You ain't got to worry about hiding that, you know, gluing that all the way up to the ponytail to hide it. You can put that in right there. Look at that. See that? You done. Ponytail done. Man down. And then you got this your closer. What you want to charge for this closure? Because you done made this ponytail happen for somebody, honey. This is, they ready. She ready. You ain't got to worry about it. It looks like scalp. It look like part to her scalp. Look at that. See, can you see that? She ready. That's her bang, and it's going to the ponytail. You ready to go. But like I said, and then look how pretty. That's pretty good. It's a pretty little body wave. So let me. So here's my other thing that I do with these closures. So even though you can pull them straight, they have body weight. They have body texture. So I always like to keep the texture. So I just take them, and whatever their texture is, that's how they get twirled. If it's a tight twirl, I twirl it tight. If it's a loose twirl, I twirl it loose, and then I just wrap it around like this, so it keeps its integrity. So it's this closure don't ever start to look crappy or junky. And then I put it in the baggie, keeping this hair safe, protected. You don't ever know when somebody gonna walk in your door and have some lice or have anything, you don't want to share that stuff with your customers. You don't want to pass it to your customers. So I just believe in keeping everything in a baggie. Hair, all hair. I don't care what it is, braid hair, loose hair, sewing hair, weave hair, wig hair. I keep everything in a bag, in a baggie, closed up, safe and put away. And then here is straight hair that was left over. Look at this. Look how much of this is left over. Can you see how much it is? It's almost like, it's like a half a bundle. You see that? It's like a little more than a half a bundle. You don't throw this hair away because you didn't use it. You keep this hair because you don't ever know when you're going to reference back to need the hair. Or when somebody come and change their mind, like, I really don't want that style. I want this style. Upcharge. You can charge for this bundle. You can charge to do a different style. You can get creative. This can be a ponytail. This can be whatever you want to make it. Ponytail is so pretty. Look how pretty it is. Ponytail, you can crimp this, spiral this, whatever you want to do. You can do a sleek ponytail, a high sleek ponytail, low sleek ponytail. This, you know, if you're going to use this for a ponytail, you can. A lot of people say this ain't enough hair for no ponytail. Let me tell you, tricks. You get you a big barrel. Let me see. A big barrel. Some people like flat irons. I see that a lot of stylists today are not using Marcel's. They're using flat irons. Flat irons get hot. They do. Flat irons can spiral. They can. They can hold. But don't nothing hold like a Marcel curl. You take this and you put this Marcel curl on here, honey. With that heat, spiral, 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 spiral. This spiral be in this hair for till the kingdom come. And then it makes pretty spirals. So what you do to make this bundle look like more than what it is, what I do is I rotate curl. So I use my big barrel. See how big that is? I use my big barrel. About big as my eye. See that? Big barrel. And then I rotate with my medium, small, like a medium, like it's a little smaller than a medium barrel, but bigger than a small barrel. So this I go in between. So a big curl, little curl, big curl, little curl, big curl, little curl. And then when I get to the top, this top section, I only use this one, my medium. I'll put the big curls up here because what happens with big curls? They lazy, right? They lay down. They don't stay standing. So if you want this to be full, you want to put those little curls up top and then blend into your big curls on the bottom, making this look long and full. And then the little curls will come through and fill in where the big curls couldn't hold. You see what I'm saying? So now this half a bundle look like a whole bundle. And then of course, in order to keep that look, you got to put some type of hold spray, or I wouldn't say spritz. Spritz is a little bit harsh, not unless you can get far back and just give it enough so that it'll hold real good for you. I would use the Got to Be Glue spray because that doesn't get real hard real fast, but it'll hold for a long time. That's what I would put on that, and that will make this ponytail last and look full, and you don't have to worry about not having 3, 4, and 5 bundles. You just got to have a trick to make that bundle work for you. So that trick worked for that little bundle. And then here's my other one. Let me show you this thing. So sometimes people come to you and they have bought cheap hair, right? It can do the same thing. You know, you saw how nice those other two were, but look at this one. This baby is rough. Do you hear me? It is rough. It can hold heat though, right? So how we gonna silk this curly rough hair out? You just take oh, I dropped it. You take your Cure stick. What I would do is take my Cure. This hair is rough, y'all. I wish y'all can see this. I can't wait to get my ring light so y'all can see this stuff in real. Look at this. This hair is rough, honey. Look. Rough. You can't even get your fingers through it. It can catch and tangle every 5 seconds. Okay. So what you do is you take your Cure stick. See that? This Cure stick is the truth, baby. You take this stick and you just go down this hair. You go down this hair, right, with the Cure Care stick. Let me show you. See, it ain't got no shine or nothing to it. It just look like grass. Let me show you what happens. Take your Cure Care stick. And I ain't got no comb, and I'm gonna just do this with my hand so y'all can see. Imagine when I got some heat and my comb going. See that shine on there? Y'all see the shine? And this is just for me rubbing down the hair. Look at that. See how the hair starting to see how the hair starting to do what it's supposed to do? Look at that. See that? Now imagine when I take my comb and comb it through and then run that heat down here. She be ready. But this right here, this hair is, you gotta have tricks, honey, I'm telling you. Because everybody can't afford that $300 hair, that $199 bundle of hair, but they got hair out there that I can put on your head and make it look like that $300 bundle, because I can style, I can curl, I can create. I'm a hairstylist. So I can take that bundle that was $21.99 and make it look like it was $3.99. Okay? So that's the only difference about being a good stylist versus only can style with certain products, and I only can do this with this kind of product. And you're gonna only make some kind of money, because you can't be just like, I can't do your hair, you don't have the right hair. You ain't gonna make no money. You ain't gonna do that hair and get that money. Girl, you better come have a seat, because I'm gonna get that hair together and you're gonna be gorgeous when you get up out of that chair, because I'm gonna make my money. I don't care what kind of hair you got. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna get you together. We're gonna make you fabulous, okay? So then I have red hair. This was a sew-in. So if it was like, this was my niece's hair and she might come back and get this, I wouldn't put this on somebody else's head. This is her bag, because see, it's still got thread in it where she took it out and she didn't want to put glue on it, because she knew she would want to use that hair again. So we sewed in the hair. But so this, you know, I would never put this on somebody else's head. It's in a baggie. Ain't nothing in this baggie but her stuff. So, you know, I can keep it in the bag, in the bin. And then I'm telling y'all, if I find some hair and it's on sale, I might need it for something, I'll buy it. So I got this little bundle. Only got one pack, but guess what? Somebody gonna come to me and want some braids with some, put this pack on over here. You ain't use all your hair, you don't want it? I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep it. Unless you want to take it home. If you want to take your hair home, by all means, take your things home, because believe me, I have enough of my own stuff. But however, if you don't want it, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna keep it and use it, because I'm sure there's somebody out there who can use an extra piece of hair to do some hairdo or some trick with. But this is another bundle left over. Look how much was left. So they just show you don't always have to have 3, 4, and 5 bundles. You know, if you want to get that just to make sure you are covered when you get in your service, you can. But you know, this was a short, it was going to be a bob, but then she realized that the bob would have to be short, because she didn't want layers. She just wanted it all one piece. So then she decided, no, I don't like how short that is from the top. But like I told her, the whole bob, you know, when you put this down here, look how long this is. It's, you know, we can make it work if she wanted to, but she wanted it all to be one length. She couldn't understand what I was saying, so I just made her happy with whatever she wanted. So she wanted to do a different style, so we did a different style, and this is what was left over after we finished doing her ponytail with a bang and some braids. So that was what was left. But yeah, so I keep all this hair, I keep all my hair in baggies, safe and protected. Make sure it's all clean, it doesn't smell or have an odor. It's all clean and put away. Brand new hair, as soon as I'm done, I put that hair up in a baggie, put it away, and I know that the hair is clean and safe for the next person, or if I ever want to use it again. So a lot of this hair, I'm going to be cutting my mannequin hair off. I'm going to give her a color and treat and color and style, and then put this away real quick so I don't have a bunch to clean up. But I'm going to be doing a color, cut, and style on her. I'm going to get my own eyebrows together here in a minute, because this is ridiculous. Do y'all see that? Ridiculous. Mustache, Lord, let me get back up off this camera. But I'm gonna cut and color my mannequin, and then after I cut and color her, the color is coming. I ordered a color I wanted to try. I want to do a color demonstration because I see everybody doing the watercolors, right? So here's the thing with the watercolors: you're wasting so much product because you're buying 3, 4, and 5 of those bottles of the color, the kids, any color. You buying 3 or 4 or 5 bottles of those and pouring them in that water. You got this big basin of water, and you got this little head of hair that you finna stick in there. You're wasting product. You do not need all of that water, and you don't need 6 of those things of color to achieve your color. What you need is a smaller bowl, a smaller basin, because the wig is not that big. The wig is just this little thing right here. That's it. You need a bowl big enough to put this little thing in the bowl. So imagine if you twirl the hair around, you set it in the bowl. That's how big you need the bowl to be, just a little bit bigger, so you can put water in there and submerge the wig into the water, or the hair or the weave or whatever into the water. Then when you submerge it, color, you can do it with hot water. Does lock color in, so you can lock in your color with the hot water. And I think that's why people have been boiling the water. You don't have to boil the water. Hot water will do the same trick. Try it. So you can boil a thing of water and then get a cup of hot water ran from the sink and put color in it, and then put your hair in it. You're gonna achieve the same color with the same turnout, because that boiling that water ain't gonna burn the color into the hair. You know, it's just gonna lock the color in. Any long as it's worn will lock. You know, when I rinse your color out from your hair, I'm not using scalding hot water from the stove. I'm using regular tap water from the sink. So it's not, you don't have to boil that hair to achieve that color. I don't know where that came from or how that got started, but you can achieve that color doing the same technique. As if you sat down in my chair and I colored you the same way, your hair would turn out the same way, and I did not boil you in the stove. So I'm gonna demonstrate that and show that you don't have to do that watercolor like that. You still can watercolor, but you don't have to boil it and get it piping hot like that and almost burn yourself to death trying to achieve a color that all you had to do was put on there with get your color bowl and your color brush and be professional about it. Put that color in there, put it on top of a plastic bag, or use a color station or somewhere where you don't mind getting that color on stuff, and then you color that hair, you let it sit, and then you rinse it out, because that's how color process. You rinse it out with warm water and it locks in the color. Cool water rinses away what you don't want, and then you condition and treat or whatever afterwards. But your wigs, if you use your wig spray or whatever on after it, you can do the same thing. Hair is hair. I've not used hair that I don't treat the same way on my head that I treat the wig. I do it all the same, so it works just as well as boiling that water or rinsing it out in just tap water. It does the same exact thing. Save your money. So you can have 4 bottles of color to do 4 different wigs, or you can use 4 bottles of color and 1 big basin, and then pour the rest of the water down the drain, because the wig only was in there 3 seconds, 3 minutes top, before it achieved its desired color. You rinse it out, and now you got this big bowl of color that you've poured 4 or 5 of those in to achieve what was gonna happen anyway. That's what all the lift you got was the lift you was gonna get, whether you use 1 bottle or 6. It don't make it darker, it don't make it lighter. Whatever, when you put that on there, you get what you get. The lift that you're gonna get is what you're gonna get. Okay, so that's the only thing about color. That's why I recommend, if you ain't been to hair school, go to hair school. If you don't know, you don't know how to use color, learn how to use the color. You know, whatever you do. If you don't know how to do it on weave like you're doing. Don't stick that on somebody's head and you don't know what you're doing. Do the weave, because that you go back to the store and buy. This don't grow back like you can't just run out and buy you some hair stick on here. I mean, technically you can do that, but you can't replace the hair that belongs to that person once it's gone or removed, burnt off, singed off, chemically taken away or whatever. So you want to make sure you're doing what you know how to do, and if you don't, educate yourself. Do whatever you need to do. Watch tutorials from somebody that is a specialist, or go see a professional specialist and let them color your hair and, you know, get your desired shade. And then you can go back to whoever you want to, just long as you're treating and protecting your hair and not letting someone ruin or damage your hair, because you know when you're going, where you're going and what you're doing. So just be careful. And girls, if you're not sure, speak up. Don't be afraid to say I can't do that. But here's somebody who can. You're more than welcome to come back and get that style that you wanted when you're done, and do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because then your customer's happy, you're happy, you're still going to make the money, she's going to still get the color that she wants, and then that way you'll have her for weeks with the desired color that she wanted to treat and color and design and do whatever you want to do to that customer. But that's it for my second video from the day. I have 2 more to shoot, and as y'all see, I'm a chatterbox. I can talk about a minute, but I have a lot to say, a lot to teach, a lot to talk about. And if you have any questions, please like, comment, subscribe, join in on Hair by Venus crew. I haven't come up with a name for my YouTube yet, so other than Hair by Venus. So if somebody got some recommended suggestions on what to call fans or friends or hair masters, weave masters, whatever you got out there, and you want to become part of the hair crew, hair community, hair group, just post it down below, and I'll be watching and looking for comments. I'll be glad when I get comments. I don't care if they're negative comments or good comments. I just be happy to know that people are watching and that people like the content that I'm bringing, that people are wanting to hear what I have to say, because I have a lot to say. So anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks again. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.